Do you have any plans for tonight?
I don't. Ugh. Why are our lives so devoid of meaning?
I don't know! Wait, you don't have to throw your coffee. Who are you? I'm Andrew.
Andrew.
That's right. Hey, are you lonely? You should call me, because I can be your friend. I'm Andrew.
Andrew.
I can turn your bum times into fun times, cause I'm just a cool dude that knows how to hang out. We can chill out. We can hang out. We can make out. If you want.
Oh yeah.
I'm great at tons of activities, such as
puzzles, conversations, ultimate frisbee, musician, acrobat, and many more.
He's talented.
Oh, and did I mention that I'm also a sorcerer?
It's true. He's a mystic.
Through dark communions with forces beyond the veil, I've mastered the powers of unearthly sorceries.
Wow, I'm impressed.
Gaining the powers of sorcery cost me my eternal soul, but you can be my friend for just $4.99 an hour.
He's a bargain.
I also know tons of trivia for any type of occasion, like the capital of Peru, for instance.
It's Lima.
So call me, Andrew, at 716-408-7558, because who doesn't want to have a good time with a good friend? Uh-oh, sorcery time.
Wait, where'd she go?
Call today or you're next.
Kendra? Where is she?
Andrew's coming for you.
Grace Myers, and this is Purchase Late Night! Culture Shock is coming up quick, folks. This weekend, everyone at Purchase will flock to the admissions parking lot to hear some artists that I wish I was cool enough to know. There will also be food, rides, and at least one girl in a flower crown throwing up behind the whale sculpture. We at Purchase Late Night encourage you to have the funnest culture shock ever and to remember to be safe as you drink and smoke yourself into oblivion. In the news, today, South Korea hit the pause button. South Korean President Moon Jae-in had the country's giant speakers, which blare K-pop and propaganda into North Korea, turned off in anticipation of his upcoming meeting with Kim Jong-un. As soon as the speakers were turned off, though, Kim Jong-un seized the opportunity to retaliate and blasted his own favorite album into South Korea, Taylor Swift's Reputation. It just seems like it would be, right? The pausing of the K-pop comes on the heels of Kim Jong-un's announcement that North Korea will be closing its nuclear test site. However, this promise is about as empty as the one that the new media building will be open and finished by next semester. Trusting that Kim Jong-un is to actually follow through on this is about as safe as trusting Dennis Rodman to be an American diplomat. It is unlikely for this to go well. In Washington, Secretary of State nominee Mike Pompeo is on track to being confirmed as Kentucky Senator, and literal human punching bag Rand Paul announced today that he will in fact vote for the CIA director. Senator Paul originally said that he wouldn't vote to confirm Pompeo due to his support of the Iraq War, but after a meeting with the nominee, the conservative senator realized that he didn't want to disappoint Donald. Donald Trump did say to the press earlier this week that Rand Paul has never let him down, which is already more than he can say about his 2 actual sons. Earlier today, we're all upset. Earlier today, though, Donald Trump tweeted, "Hard to believe obstructionists may vote against Mike Pompeo for Secretary of State. The Dems will not approve hundreds of good people, including the ambassador to Germany. They are maxing out the time on the approval process for all. Never happened before. Need more Republicans." Donald Trump uses the phrase "need more Republicans" with the same tenacity of someone yelling like, "Let's go get ice cream," or "Russian collusion." Not to mention that the only other people who have ever yelled the phrase "need more Republicans" are owners of like some fancy country club who need more people to play golf and drink scotch and smoke cigars to stay afloat. I see what the numbers say, Rodney. We're going to go bankrupt. We need more Republicans if we're going to keep this train moving. Last week, the CDC advised Americans to steer clear of romaine lettuce among reports of an E. coli outbreak. This warning came out last Friday, and while I was at first concerned, I then realized that it was 420 and that much of the population was busy consuming a very different kind of lettuce. Major demographics affected by this recall include Soul Cycle participants and bunnies. We have a great show for you guys tonight. Rachel Floss will be coming on to talk about MSAF Fest. Bobby Woody will be here to talk about all things Culture Shock. Donovan Beaubrun will be our featured comic this evening. And Boy Jr. will play us out. Thanks for coming out, everybody. Thanks for coming out, everybody. I'm going to sit down because I already started drinking for Culture Shock. We'll be right back. Everybody. Now, a lot of you probably know that I am a senior this year, and graduation is just around the corner. So we at PLN went around and asked some seniors about the things that they want to do before they leave Purchase in a few weeks in a new segment that we like to call Graduation Bucket List. All right, this first one comes from Rebecca, who is a psych major. I will really miss Purchase. I want to participate in an open mic at D Hall and also climb the clock and throw a desk from humanities off of it. Those things fucked my back up. All right, Rebecca, we hope that you get that done. Alan, who is a poli-sci major, says, I will not leave Purchase without training all the raccoons to pull me on a bobsled to my last class. Then during senior week, I'm going to have the raccoons and skunks fight each other on the Great Lawn. Place your bets now. All right. Kara, a theater performance major, says, I've really enjoyed my time at Purchase, but before I go, I definitely want to square up with the receptionist from Health Services. Yeah, bitch, I have an appointment to fuck you up. It's relatable content. Okay. Mark, who is an alto sax music major, says, I'm so excited to graduate, but before I go, I think it's about time I hold a seance at the Elephant Tree and finally show these ghosts who's boss. We're all a little afraid of them, aren't we? Rachel from Playwriting and Screenwriting, this is all in caps, says, I will usurp King Chartwell's and rule D Hall with an iron fist. Hotbox the loop. That's all it says. Okay. Jane, this one actually has a name, is a dance major, and she says, I've always wanted to claim the entire Central Park Zoo as emotional support animals and then move them all into my 4-person apartment in the new. Senior week is about to be lit. Everybody roll through Jane's apartment, and John, finally, who is an econ major, says that he wants to transfer to Manhattanville. All right, guys, that's it for Graduation Bucket List. We'll be right back.
And that's what I said. Fecal or not, it matters to me.
Very nice. Well, what are you talking about? We have not been having a conversation.
Come again?
You just like made the punchline to a joke that you didn't tell.
Oh, is that not how a conversation works?
Okay, we'll work on that later. In the meantime, we thought that we'd invite a few love experts onto the show tonight to help us find some love as the spring season begins. Here to give some love advice is longtime couple Samanthar and Fronklin.
Yeah, that's us, yeah, okay, yeah.
Me, Samanthar, and he, Fronklin, are here to help you sad sacks of life spice up the bedding room, yeah?
Oh, well, that's a great idea. I know a lot of people have trouble keeping the bedroom interesting.
Oh, then we have some tips. Darling, shall we get the scroll?
Ah, yes, I almost forgot. Give it a sniff.
Smells of rosemary and fig Newtons, one of my favorite of the fragrances.
Ah, yes, and that is why I use Paul Newman's own fig Newton and rosemary scented Lady Time fragrances. Makes the men go mild.
That's perfume, like for your Ruth Bader Ginsburg?
I'm sorry, you're what?
That's what I call her.
That's gross. Anyway, so smells seem to be like a big thing for you guys, huh?
Oh yeah, here are just a couple of the fragrances we might use in our chromosomal infusion experiences.
Turkish Delight.
Oh yeah.
Lifeguard at Community Pool.
Yeah, okay.
Jacket weather.
That's the job!
I'm sorry, what are these?
Yeah, are these smells?
Lifeguard at the community pool is something you can smell like.
Yeah. Are you saying you've never smelled like jacket weather? Because if you are, you're a liar.
Liar.
All right, you two. Do you have any other, maybe like non-smell oriented tips?
Oh yeah, sometimes me and Samantha like to make little gestures at each other in public that no one else will notice. Just silently communicate our love.
See, that's kind of cute.
Yeah, like what kind of stuff do you guys do? You know, like blow kisses and stuff?
Here's a sample of some of the selection.
Oh yeah, that's about it. Does that suffice?
Yeah, I think that'll be all for today. Thank you for whatever this was.
Yeah, and next time we'll be back with some more juicy tips.
Yuck.
Okay, well that's all, yeah? We'll see you next time? Okay.
All right,
All right,
we'll be
goodbye.
right back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Our first guest tonight is the co-president of Cheese Club and also my roommate. Everybody please welcome Rachel Floss! Hey Rachel, welcome to the show.
Hi.
We live together. Okay, so Rachel is here to talk about MSAF Fest, which is coming up quick, isn't it?
Yes, that's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. So tell us a little bit about what MSAF Fest is.
So MSAF Fest is a event that we're hosting outside the fort tomorrow from 6 to 9, and it's to promote the MSAF vote this weekend.
Okay, so MSAF stands for Mandatory Student Activities Fee.
Yes.
And it's like part of your tuition, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so MSAF Fest will have what kinds of things there?
Well, Cheese Club is going to have a table. We're having fondue if you guys want to come by.
I'm sold.
And, there's going to be a bunch of other clubs having tables. There's going to be food trucks. It's basically going to be promoting everything that your MSAF pays for besides the stewed, which is also paid for by your MSAF.
Yeah, every time you walk around you see those like PF.
Paid for by your mandatory student
Yes.
activities fee, PSA, yeah.
PSA. No, not quite. Well, okay, so we all get to vote on whether or not, what are we voting for?
So there's 2 votes going up this weekend. You're going to be able to vote whether you want the MSAF to stay mandatory or be voluntary, which we're highly promoting you to keep it mandatory. And then also there's going to be a vote to keep it the same or raise it to the maximum, which is $125.
Mm-hmm. So,
It's currently $110.
Okay, so if so the MSAF does like pretty much almost every event on this campus.
Culture Shock, Fall Fest,
Right.
anything at the Stewed,
Right.
All your clubs.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, what would be like the reason that people like don't want to use the MSAF? Like why do we put it to a vote every year? Every 2 years?
Yeah, every 2 years. It's basically because everything in this school is decided by the student body, so it's your student activities fee, which in some schools is voluntary, which is why we put it up to a vote. But at our school, it's mandatory because that's the way it's been voted so far, and it literally pays for everything.
Right. And like at other schools in the SUNY system in New York State, have a lower MSAP than we do.
Yes, they do because we have an entire government also.
Right.
Sponsored by the MSAF, and also Culture Shock in big events like that.
It's a little expensive.
Yeah.
So we are voting when, and how can we vote?
You're going to be voting during Culture Shock weekend, and you're going to be able to do it actually while you pick up your wristbands if you want to. There's going to be little setups there.
Nice.
And you're going to be able to vote whenever you get a chance on my heliotrope if you want, if you don't plan on going to Culture Shock, which, what?
Maybe before you go to Culture Shock, perhaps. Yeah, guys, make sure that you vote for the MSAF however you feel it's important that we participate in this. Election is not the right word. Vote? Just vote. Just vote for the MSAF dude on my heliotrope. Everybody give it up for Rachel Floss. We'll be right back with Bobby Woody, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. So our next guest tonight is a big man on campus. Culture Shock is coming up this weekend. Everybody knows his name. Please welcome the Student Activities Coordinator / Major Events Coordinator, Bobby Woody. Hey, Bobby. How you doing?
I'm good.
You holding up okay?
Yeah.
I know you've had a stressful couple of weeks.
A
couple months. All right, so you have been basically in charge of putting Culture Shock together, right?
Yes.
How's that been for you?
It's been fun. It's been stressful. On top of that, and everything at the studio is kind of under me. So as Culture Shock at this point is a side job, and it's that's a lot of that. But it's shaped out nicely.
Yeah. You're excited for the weekend. You think it's gonna be fun?
Yes, I'm hyped. I just don't want it to rain.
I've been checking the weather relentlessly for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So we've got some really cool people coming this year. Tell us a little bit about who's coming to perform. And who are you most excited for?
I'm most excited for Cousin Stiz. I think he might have been one of the first people I booked, and I was just like, oh, I'm gonna see him. I think another person I'm hyped for is Rico Nasty. I feel like a lot of people here are hyped for her. She's a rapper from Maryland who's DMX mixed with the Powerpuff Girls. It's crazy.
That's so fucking cool.
I'm hyped for Remo Drive. They're the homies. I'm hyped for everybody.
Yeah.
I just book people I wanted to see.
So I was in the Facebook group, the Culture Shock Fall Fest requests group, and that was pretty relentless. So how did you kind of narrow down, because there was hundreds and hundreds of different artists put in there. So how did you narrow down who you're reaching out to, who you're actually booking, that kind of thing?
A lot goes into consideration. That Facebook group scratches the surface. Every day somebody's coming up to me and it's oh, could you book this, or an email or a Facebook message. But what ends up happening is, like I said, I go for who I was gonna like anyway. And I send a bunch of emails. Email the agents because you can't talk to them directly.
Right.
The agents will be like, you can have this person, and sometimes certain persons will be too expensive, and we gotta go for a different person, and it just kind of worked out that a lot of people were in that group or that people had already asked for.
Right. So there's the budget is involved, and then people's availability, blah blah blah. There's a lot of moving parts here. So Culture Shock is the biggest event of the year. When did you start contacting people to perform?
I think I started contacting people maybe in October, but I didn't really get really into it until I think December-ish.
So it's like 6, 7, 8 months in the making.
Yeah.
So go to Culture Shock, guys. So what about the the food trucks? I know a lot of people have been asking me about this. I'm sorry to put you on the spot, but we are on my show, so.
What do you want to know?
Is there anything that you could reveal to us right now about the food trucks that are coming this weekend?
The food trucks and the rides, I don't do that. Anthony does that.
Okay. So everybody stop harassing Bobby about it, myself included.
I just found out though that my favorite truck is gonna be there.
Which is what?
Which is waffles and dinges. We got some new ice cream thing. I think we got the Ben & Jerry's, but we got this other ice cream thing too. It's cool. Some kid's mom, some kid who goes here.
So it's just some kid's mom. Making a whole good meal for everybody.
He said his mom makes like conditions and she wants to do a cart. I don't know if that is happening, but it might happen.
Isn't everybody just some kid's mom?
I'm hyped though. Ben & Jerry's gonna be back. Yeah, I don't know too many of the food trucks, but like.
You know more than we do. Well, that sounds like so much fun. So it's been a very stressful experience, I'm sure. That's honestly a great answer. Just exactly what you just did. Like, it's stressful? Yeah, it's fine. I think that a lot of people wouldn't be able to do what you do. I wouldn't be able to do what you do. So thank God you do what you do. So have you, like when you were like coming up to be in this position, like in your past few years here, did you ever see yourself being like the student activities and major event? No? How'd you end up here, Bobby?
I've been involved with the students since freshman year. Like freshman year, I was a tech and I worked under Pat Highland, and via that, I just being with the students so much as a freshman, I knew what the student was, and sophomore year I got on Senate, and like I didn't know that Senate PSGA ran, like kind of was, PSGA I feel was kind of formed to support the student, like that's what we do with that money originally, and I think that's the only committee I wanted to be on was like Student Activities Board, and after sophomore year I just started booking shows, and junior year, what I was expecting to always be is just be tech coordinator, and that's what I was last year, but I was also helping book shows and all the major events, and then like this year I just wanted to do, I don't know, it was just real impulsive. I was like,
hey, you took the reins.
I should try to do culture shock.
This is my shit now.
I didn't sign up for student activities coordinator. I signed up for major events coordinator. We ran, Evan was GPC. And then it was a different student activity. It was Deanna Cass-Nelson last year, and they had resigned, and I don't think anyone else could have took the job, so I was like, I guess I gotta,
This is a job for Bobby Wood. That's awesome. So, in like the booking people, has anybody like requested like anything weird or like been like demanding of like something specific, like not to like make you like try to throw performers under the bus or anything like that.
Like I think the first weird one that I saw was freshman year for Zombie Prom, Saint Pepsi, who now goes by, I'm forgetting his
something
name.
else.
He goes by a different name, but he asked for an ounce of local grass. But I had not started. I didn't start smoking.
That was not your fish to fry.
I didn't start smoking until I got here, so I didn't not know what it was. I was like grass, like we got. Other things people ask for underwear. Yeah, like
what is this, Ellen?
Underwear would be like a size. People ask for it. You don't always get them that shit. And I look at it and it's like cross. But they asked for it.
Yeah. So in that vein of past performers, since in your time here, who was like your favorite person to ever come to Culture Shock?
Man. I think one of my favorite. I think my favorite two performances were last year Mickey Blanco played, and that was crazy. She went off the stage into the fucking field next to admissions lot on top of like a UPD golf cart. It essentially kept going until the wireless mic was out of range.
Yeah.
And, like everybody ran, like even backstage, all of us security ran. We're like, we don't know.
We're like, guess we're going this way.
That was crazy. And then I think other than that would be Phony People. Sophomore year was really good, but that was sucked that we moved inside.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I remember. So what do we have to do to go to Culture Shock? We have to get wristbands, yeah?
We need wristbands. Continuing the tradition of Fall Fest, we got real wristbands. The ones this semester, they glow in the dark, so we know. Yeah, you get the wristbands. You can go Thursday. This Thursday is pre-shot, which K-Fo, Renaissance, and Abby T are playing. That's going to be sick. If you get to the studio from, I believe, 6 to 9, we're handing out wristbands. You just got to bring your More card, maybe ID, and just say where you live. And if you miss them on Thursday, on Friday and Saturday, it'll be happening. Wristband distribution is happening from, I can't remember when it starts. I'm sorry, I gotta check the email. But if you go to the Red Room, all day until like headliners start, you can get a wristband.
Yeah.
If you wait too late, like honestly, I would get your wristband before like 8 or 9 the day you want to be there. If you wait later than that, you might miss out, which I don't think is a big deal. But if we have to go in the studio and you don't have a wristband, you're gonna be sad.
Right.
So, get your wristband.
Right. Well, everybody pray for nice weather this weekend. Make sure you get your wristband first, then check out Pre-Shock, check out Culture Shock, check out Aftershock, and respect this man's hard work. All right, guys, we'll be right back. Give it up for Bobby Williams. This evening, as well as other members of Comedy Club at the Culture Shock side stage at 5 p.m. in the Stew this weekend. Everybody please welcome Donovan Beaubrun.
So I wrote some jokes today. Fun fact, everyone has a G-spot in their asshole.
Yep.
For all you charlatans that, even know about this. Fact number 2. A male's orgasm is way better in their asshole. This isn't fake news. Like, think about it. Shits are awesome. Like, it's almost as good as sex, to be honest. You ever get off the toilet, your legs are weak, you feel fatigued? Doesn't that sound just like what happens after sex? I'm pretty much certain that this is the second best feeling. Taking a shit is probably the second best feeling that you could have besides actual regular intercourse. Anyways, so I was thinking, if I had an option in one night, and it was a dead night for me, if I had the option to fuck a 5, or go to McDonald's and get a vanilla milkshake and 2 apple pies, so I could have the most amazing shit, I'm probably going to McDonald's. That's it for the joke, guys. Thank you.
Welcome back, everybody. Our musical guest tonight would like you to know that the first song ever fully produced on a computer to be a #1 hit was Livin' La Vida Loca by Ricky Martin. Everybody, please welcome our musical guest for tonight, Boy Jr. Alright, here goes something. You look at me across a room. I'd like to hide, but I stare back at you. It's 3 a.m. Can't close my eyes. I'm daydreaming for my life. I'm already at the back of the stage. I'm nodding my head, yes, even though I know I should run away. Park my reflection for days, wish it was more commonplace to love a rose on my waist, on my waist.
Like my wig, does it make you laugh? One of the guys with the better ass on sitting pretty at the back of the stage. Not in my head, yes, even though I know I should run away. About my reflection for days, wish it was more commonplace. The love rolls on the waves of
Yeah, just come talk to me. I'll just sing for you right now.
There you
go. boyjunior.bandcamp.com, soundcloud.com/boyjunior-band. Let's see, I'm on the Instagrams. Do you want me to list all my socials right here, right now? I feel a little self-indulgent, but I'll do it. All right, Boy Junior Official on Instagram. You can also follow my personal account, Huge Blanket, for pictures of me, my cats, and my friends. And there's a Facebook page. There's actually a lot of Facebook pages in this world, but one specifically for Boy Junior. I guess just search Boy Junior. Thank you.
Give it up for Boy Junior one more time. That is our show. Be sure to come back here next week. I'm not going to be on camera though. It's our test show for people who are taking over next year. Give it up for them. Give it up. May 7th, we will be in 0078 in the Music Building for the season finale. Have fun at Culture Shock. Be safe.